I started trading live account and I was just losing money in the beginning. I had a couple wins and stuff when I first started. And then from there, I started putting $100 into account, $100 into account, $100 into, I lost like $2,000 just from depositing $100 at a time. Then I did this. My trading journey went from about to go to this botanical garden.
Like an amusement park with all the people that are all on the other side.
Nah, yeah, we about to get TP1 hit, 5, 4. Look at the beautiful view. I miss the view. Ain't the view so beautiful? Just, my money's worth. When I go into a trade, there's a couple of different things I look for. Good morning, everybody. Right now, we about to hop on our one-on-one calls. It is Sunday morning. I was gonna do a call with the team, like a group call, but honestly, I'm not doing one today. Today we're taking a day off. The team gonna be free from me, except for the one-on-one students. The one-on-one students ain't no days off. There ain't no days off, brother. It's just like there's no days off with the overall grind. There might be a day off with that group session, but I'm still creating content. I'm still gonna be doing my one-on-ones. I'm still gonna be doing everything that I usually would, just besides that part, because today is my last full day in Atlanta. Right now it's 80 degrees in Atlanta. Feels good, but we better hop on these calls, like I said, get these knocked out the way so I can enjoy this last day here. So let's get straight to it. And if you do want to work with me, first link in the description. Yeah, I've been on the same shit, still here in Atlanta. I leave tomorrow, but yeah, same shit, different day, to be honest. How about you? So when I go into a trade, there's a couple of different things I look for. I'll let you know the number after I let you know the things that I look for. So when it comes to me getting into a trade, the main reason, there's only gonna be main two reasons before I actually hop into a trade. The only main first two is gonna be either a false break or a fair value gap fill. One of those two happening is my first real reason. I'm not entering a trade unless that is at least happening. There's gonna be also other things, but the two bare minimum things, I either need to see a false break or a fair value gap fill. One of those two. That's the basis of what my two setups are around. False breaks and fair value gap fills. I have the other confirmations such as maybe the fib, maybe a big figure level, maybe things like that. But when it comes to the bare minimum, I'm either looking for a fair value gap fill or a false break. And then, like I said, you can have something such as you're trading at the right time. If you're trading at the right time, that is a confirmation in itself, because if we're seeing what we're supposed to at our time, that is another reason why it's more than likely going to play out. But timing is almost guaranteed. You shouldn't be trading unless you're trading at that time. I wouldn't say 9:30 is the best time, but it has the most volume. Since it has the most volume, the chance of me catching a trade, the chance of me catching one of my setups is far more likely. False breaks for value gap fills and the setups that we look for, I'm sure once you get into the meeting recordings, you'll see a lot more of those examples. They happen at specific times. I don't make them happen at these times. I don't make it just so happen that at these times my setup happens more. I'm just taking advantage of what's happening during these times and what's likely to happen during these times. So when it is this time and I trade something that usually happens, I'm just taking the risk. Sometimes it does, sometimes I'm wrong, but that's just part of the game. Liquidity is everything, essentially. Liquidity is why people get stopped out, is orders, it's just money. Liquidity is money, and understanding where the money in the market is being able to flow, you're gonna understand and be able to put yourself in better positions when it comes to trades, when it comes to long-term investments, when it comes to anything, because when you can understand reading liquidity, you'll be able to understand why the market is doing what it's doing, and then you'll be able to like we said, be able to take your chance to be able to put money behind something and actually just take the chance and take the risk, but it'll be a higher percent chance of winning versus losing. All right, that call lasted a little bit longer. On to the second one, but I was just trying to help the first one get set up with Hanko trading and understand the lot size and stuff. Sometimes it takes a little bit more time to get people to understand the pure basics. What's going on, Birdie? This trading is really just pattern recognition. Once you know what to look for, it's just about training yourself to know what to look for, and then so you can see it real time. And then once you have a challenge, once you have a live account, it's about just really being able to put yourself in a situation to take the risk, to take the chance, whatever is going to happen. You're just going to learn from that experience, and if you just keep doing that over time, it compounds experience that's just going to allow you to have that confidence in yourself and system. When people get multiple funded accounts, it really just is a level of just trying to multiply what you can make. If I have 100K capital and I'm making 5,000, 3,000 a month, what if I get 200K and do the same exact numbers? I can make 6,000 to 10,000 a month now. You know what I'm saying? It's just now if I can get 300, do the same exact thing, because the thing with trading is just numbers. If you can make $100 on a $1,000 account, you can make $1,000 on a $10,000 account. If you can make $1,000 on a $10,000 account, you can make $100,000 on $1 million account. you can make $1 million on a $10 million account. Because it's all the same percentage, it's all the same thing. It's just a matter of putting a zero at the end of that lot size, adding those zeros to the contract size, but it's really the same thing. Same stop loss, same TP, same all of that. So that's why people really try to leverage more funded accounts, try to leverage, make more money from a funded account to put more money into your live account. So now instead of risking your $100 account, you have a $1,000 account. Now instead of a $1,000 account, you have a $10,000 account, where even if you risk 1% or 10% and keep that same percentage, it's going to keep going up over time because the balance is going to change. But like when I went from live, I started trading live account and I was just losing money in the beginning. I had a couple wins and stuff when I first started, but it was mainly just losses in the beginning. But that's why then I did this. My trading journey went from demo trading in 2019 for like maybe a week or so, stopped trading for a year, didn't really do nothing, came back a year later. I was probably demo trading for a little bit, barely as long, maybe COVID, it was during COVID, so however long I was demo trading was probably 10 times less than what it really was, because I was just locked in the crib, and it was like 1 week probably felt like a month, but I was probably demo trading for however amount of time, and then from there I started putting $100 into account, $100 into account, $100 into, I lost like $2,000 just from depositing $100 at a time, just losing it over time. And then from there, then I went into demo trading. Then I would try to go back. Then I would went into demo trading heavy. And then around that time is when funded accounts became heavy. And then I went to funded accounts. From the funded accounts, I was actually able to make some money. From making some money, I was able to get some time because I was living with my parents. I was working my job. I was doing the little stuff. I actually got some money saved. Then from there, I was able to move to Florida. From moving to Florida, that was the first time I was like actually living on my own, doing stuff on my own. Then from there, I told other stuff. But in terms of just like the live trading, I started live trading, and I should have just been demo first because I just would have saved all that money. And then it took me 2 years to get confident to actually make anything anyway. So that was just money. That money was been gone. That money, like the day I deposited that money, it was bound to be gone. All right, that call done. All these calls are lasting way longer. These were supposed to be 15-minute calls, ended like 30, 40. But you know what? On to the last and third call. Let's get. They don't realize that there's a lot more to it than just the charts and just the concepts, like all of that. I put it like this. I was studying ICT 6 months into my trading. 6 months into, like, firstly being a trader, I already knew who ICT was 6 months. It still took me 2.5, 3 years to even get to the point of being consistent. If it was just as easy as just the system, the strategy, being able to read the charts, being able to know where the market is going, I would have been good. I would have been good because I learned during COVID, and so I was thinking about it like this. I was learning during COVID, and you know how much content ICT has, just binging it every single day at home and at work. If it was just as easy as just a concept, just a system, I would have been good. But it's a lot more to it. You got to build yourself into the person that's capable of being able to walk away from a loss, that's capable of being able to walk away with a W under their belt, not trying to be greedy and get more, being able to be capable of taking a day off, being able to do all these little things that we don't realize until we're in the moment, until we're actually in the trades, and we're actually in the trade trying to actually hold it till TP, trying to have the patience, getting anxiety that we're like, damn, I've been in this trade for 4 hours. It keeps on almost touching my TP. It keeps going all the way back down to break even. I want to get out. Like, all those little things is what really makes us as a trader. And that's the experience aspect, and that's just something that comes from doing the right things long enough. Like, one of the main things right now, so since you seem like you have a decent amount of experience, one thing that'll definitely help you, you'll find a trade on every time frame. There's trades everywhere, but now you got to keep in mind, have a system, have structure for yourself. I know if I'm on the lower time frames and I'm seeing a whole lot of different trades, I'm gonna be thinking which one's gonna play out, which one should I take, why I only have 2 trades, there's 4 different possibilities, which one should I take first. I know myself now. I'm gonna go to the higher time frame. I'm gonna wait to where I have less options. I'm gonna wait to where there only is a couple different ideas, so I just take my chances. But there's no right or wrong when it comes to time frames. You could trade the 1 minute, but it just comes down to knowing yourself. Me, I'm not as patient to be on the 1 minute watching every single minute candle move for 2 hours straight. I ain't gonna do that. This TikTok and YouTube. TikTok is the lower time frames. YouTube is the higher time frames. Think about the audience difference on the 2 different platforms. Think about what it's doing to you. One person is sitting there, the other person is there kind of chilling, just listening. 15-minute, hour video, just kind of, But it's like, there's no right or wrong. They both work. They both make money. They both have their audience, but you got to understand, which one are you now? Which one are you going to fit best in? I'm not going to perform best. So when I'm sitting here on the 1 minute time frame, trying to record on the camera, trying to talk to you guys, explain what's going on, trying to do my trade, and try to do all this, and trying to pick, bro, I can't do it. I need to be stationed. I want to be able to be here and watch. I don't want to make it so every time I look to think of, like, get into a trade, I don't want to miss my entire trade just being 10 seconds off. Like, oh, I didn't get in 10 seconds ago. I missed my trade. It's all gone. Like, nah, I'm cool off that. I'd rather position myself in a way to where I can let my trade run the entire day. I want to position myself so the chance of me catching the lows and highs of the day are far more likely to where I don't need to catch the entire move, but I can catch majority of it, and it's up to me to close where I want to versus and then missing it, like I said. But there's no right or wrong when it comes to the time frames. It's just about being aware of what they do, the pros and cons of each, and positioning yourself accordingly, because you can still trade how I trade just on a lower time frame. You can get everything you need in terms of reasoning confirmation off the higher time frame and just take your trade on the lower time frame and then go back to watching it on the higher time frame. Like, there's no right or wrong. It's just a matter of having a system and just sticking to it. Me, I'm on the hour, 4 hour, the daily. I might look at the 15 minutes sometimes. I might look at the lower time frame to see what's going on. But I can promise you, I'm going right back up to the hour. I'm going right back up, right back up, and I'm gonna stay there and I'm gonna watch my YouTube. Just like that, we're officially done with the calls, hours upon hours later. I didn't expect them to take that long. It's 11 o'clock. I was supposed to be done these calls at 10:15. But you know what? No days off, gotta give back to the team. That call was specifically 25 minutes. The other call was 26 minutes. Okay, so we had about 30-minute calls. There were supposed to be 15, but you know, Andre be giving too much game and Andre be talking a whole lot. So that was that. And then the first call was the longest, which, 29. Honestly, everything was pretty close to what it usually is. So you know what, I ain't even gonna be too mad at it. All right, we about to be up out of here. We're about to go to this botanical garden. That's what it is. About to get up out of the Airbnb for the first time today. It's a sunny day. I got shorts on today because I'm only assuming it's gonna be hot. The last couple of days, it's been hot as shit over here. Like, I thought coming from Florida, I would be able to be used to the heat, but there's like no coolness. It's just hot as shit. And I was indeed correct. It is hot as shit. Got a little breeze, but it's still hot as shit. I like it though. I'd rather it be hot than cold. Y'all know the vibes. From one garage in Tampa to another garage in Atlanta.
Yeah, we elevated. Yeah, look how much higher we gonna get, like compared to being on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a amusement park with all the people that are all on other sides. So many different layers. At least I remember some of these from the little bit we watched.
Yeah, this thing just keeps on going. There's a whole lot back here. Different types of life everywhere. Made it up. Look, we got sunset up here. You got like the downtown behind us. Look behind you. It's cool. Yeah, for anybody scared of heights, you definitely wouldn't be able to do this. I ain't gonna lie. Because we are like on it. And we just keep going higher. Team, I'm not sure where we ended off last, but we met up with a supporter. So shout out to Sway, if you're watching this, Sway, it was good meeting you. But yeah, we did a whole lot of stuff. You guys seen the botanical garden, you seen the Ferris wheel, and now it's Monday. We are about to get on the road. We got money to make, we got trades to catch, we got a live to hop on. So it's about 8:50 right now. We're about to hop on a car. We got a 6.5 hour drive back home from Georgia. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun day, but the vlog ain't over yet. Let's see if we can make some money. But yeah, the last time you'll see this little Atlanta apartment. But yeah. On to the next. We are indeed in the car. We're about to see what we could do. I got the call started up. It is 9:21, and we have a whole long time still on this ride. But yeah, if you want to be able to work with me one-on-one, get access to these live calls like you're about to see, apply in the first link in the description. Let's get straight to work. Like I said, everything right now definitely looks pretty damn bearish, if I do say so myself. It definitely does look like it's just trending lower. Bullish on the overall higher time frame perspective, but at the same time, since it's been so bearish since London, I wouldn't want to go too crazy with watching a long, to be honest. I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm not really looking to force anything today, so we'll see what happens. From when is this? Last Friday. We're definitely still bullish overall. If I were to pull a fib from that low to the high, it looks like we're coming to this deeper fib level right now. We're probably hovering around the 50% right around here. But I'm trying to see, I don't have any 4-hour or any, I guess there is a 4-hour. This would be the 4-hour closure. That'll definitely be something to be watching out for. And this is the open of the 4-hour gap. So we'll see what happens when price comes into this area. But me personally, shorts to this area would have made a lot more sense, because just in case price does just keep falling, only time will tell. It's Monday. We got 9:30 and what is it? 50 seconds in the middle. I don't really have one that's like, oh yeah, I trust this one more than the other. I kind of see both. I can see the short if we hold this 1-hour gap, but I can see the long from the 4-hour. Makes everyone think it's gonna go bullish and just keep shitting when the volume kicks in. But we'll see. Down here, if we would have been able to get the shorts, this would have been. But yeah, this is where the short TP would have been. Over here. Get these shorts. Maybe. It's 10:03. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Let's see, 30. You're almost at this gap. Fill it in. The sooner you fill it in, the better. It's only been 6 minutes into this hour candle. Just now, this is gonna be my first trade. Shorts at the 1-hour gap. Expecting it to just keep going bearish. I wish, the only concern I would have to make this a better trade is if we didn't hit this 4-hour gap already. Because if it were just to go bullish, the area that I would have been really using for the target already got hit, which could then lead it to go up. But this is the fill of the hour gap at 10 o'clock. And we've been bearish all day. If it goes bullish from here, I'll have a better idea for tomorrow. But I like the shorts for now. That looks cool, but the false sense of hope is what I don't like. And it's just about to finally be stop loss after waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. I had most of the volume like in the first 10 minutes of 10 o'clock. After that, we really just slowed it down for 30 minutes straight. I thought it was gonna stop me out, and this should start rejecting again. You gotta look somewhere. I definitely ain't people's upside down, but we're back at entry. Hey, we'll see what happens. Been in this position too many times. 10:53. Held through all the profit now. Held through break evens, but still not TP1. It's still not TP2, so we're still waiting. Now, yeah, we about to get TP1 hit. 5, 4, 3. Okay, or slow down. Nah, wait. Almost at TP1. It's at TP1 on the chart, but not on my actual account. They're all the waiting. 2 hours, 2.5 hours of nothing. The trade ended up, I got out at break even. It hit TP1, immediately started going back up, closed it at break even, just because I'm not about to keep on doing this. It ended up going into a little bit of drawdown, and then now look, still back at break even. But it is what it is. I'd rather have the little break even trade for Monday, get where I gotta go. I'm tired of being in this trade. My laptop's dying. The Wi-Fi sucks. It's not even worth it. So I'll see you guys when we get back to the crib. And we made it back to mi casa. You wanna see the view? Look at the beautiful view. I miss the view. Ain't the view so beautiful? Just, my money's worth. I love going on vacation, but I love coming back because I always love the view. But no time to be enjoying the view just yet. I do gotta hop on a one-on-one call, so we're about to hop on a one-on-one call with a student. So with that being said, let's hop into that. And then after that, we're gonna clean up this crib and everything because we haven't been here in a week. And then we're gonna chill, get some food, and then, yeah, that'll probably be the end of the vlog. But I'll give you some more game. So if you do want to work with me one-on-one, you know what to do. But here's more free game for the people that don't want to. Here you go. What's going on? What's going on? Shit, I'm chilling. Just got home and everything. How about you? Yeah, I'll say the main way I identify liquidity, because liquidity is everywhere, old highs and lows on every single time frame, on every single candle, everywhere. Above or below it, there's going to be liquidity. But just because there's liquidity there doesn't necessarily mean that it makes sense for you to take a trade off it. Once you start going through a lot of the content, you'll start learning how I mark up my whole step 1, step 2. But a lot of the stuff that I mark up is for a reason. I mark up the previous day's highs and lows for a reason. I mark up the Asian session high and low for a reason. I pay attention to the London session highs and lows for a reason, because depending on specific times and depending on specific times of the day that these areas are created is going to lead price to try to either move to it or move away from it. And when you mark those up on a daily basis, you're basically paying attention to the same high probability areas every single day. And then if, like I said, there's liquidity everywhere. But just because there's liquidity, just because you could catch a trade here, just because you could do something here, doesn't mean you should. I can tell that usually that's just an area that there's a lot of liquidity either above or below. So I can use that, like I said, it's not by itself, but say I have other reasons behind it. Say above the Asian session high, there's a gap. Above that high, there's a gap and a fib. And then above that, there's also 32,000 big figure level, whatever it may be. But it's like you're stacking up reasons for why it makes sense, because there's trades on every time frame, every pair, everywhere. But it's just a matter of having, like you said, a system, a strategy that you are looking for. Like how long I hold the trade, I don't have a time frame where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stop after this amount of time. Usually if I'm on futures, it'll stop me out by like that 4 o'clock. You can hear me? The connection just got cut. But usually it'll be like stopped out by 4 o'clock if I'm on futures. If I'm on my live account, I can hold it as long as I want. But more times than less, I'm gonna get my target hit or I'm gonna get stopped out sometime within the day, because I'm not looking for big ass moves. I'm not looking for it to go 1,000 points. So usually my target is not unrealistic. It's pretty realistic in terms of if I'm right, I'm gonna be right. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna be wrong. But it's very little times where I'm just stuck in the trade for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours where it's not going anywhere. And call is done. Complete. I'm tired now. I am indeed tired. So about to get all this done and probably end the video. Matter of fact, this is probably where that video is gonna be coming to an end. If you guys wanna learn how to do what I do on a daily basis, you wanna work with me one-on-one to get access to those calls, get access to the live trading, all of the above, to make your first 5 figures when it comes to trading, the first link in the description. The second link is free trading training. The third link is the broker that I use on a daily basis. But yeah, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's daily video. I'm tired. We're back home, back to work.